Beneath the waves of the Philippine Sea, a new power is rising. The Philippines, a once underrated archipelago nation, is reimagining its maritime defense, sharper, faster, and more strategic than ever. It's not just about new ships, it's about shaping the fleet of the future, reviving old vessels, and transforming the Coast Guard into the vanguard of civil and national power. This is a new era, an era in which the Philippines not only guards its waters, but dominates the Indo-Pacific maritime stage. The Philippines is entering a transformative phase in its maritime defense policy and strategy. Amidst the geopolitical dynamics of the Indo-Pacific region, the country is not only focused on new warship procurement but also overhauling the structure and allocation of its naval assets. This transformation reflects a comprehensive effort to build an adaptive and strategic national maritime force for the modern era. Through the Rehorizon 3 program, the Philippines has ordered several new vessels from South Korea. Among the most anticipated are offshore patrol vessels, OPVs, and modern surface combatants. The arrival of these national vessels is expected to enhance the Navy's effectiveness and operational capabilities in maintaining maritime security and safeguarding interests in strategic waterways. In addition to direct procurement, the Philippines is also exploring the possibility of ship transfers from strategic partners such as Japan, South Korea, Australia, and the United States. One option currently under discussion is the transfer of Abikuma-class destroyer escorts from Japan. Although not new, these vessels remain relevant for patrol and surveillance operations in national waters. With the increasing number of vessels from purchases and transfers, the Philippine Navy now faces serious infrastructure capacity constraints. Major bases such as Horatio Alano in Cavite, Camilo Osius in Cagayan, and the shipyard facility in Subic Bay are nearing their maximum port and maintenance capacity. To address this challenge, strategic discussions are underway among national defense ship leaders regarding the potential transfer of a portion of the Navy to the PCG. This approach is believed to free up space at military facilities while simultaneously strengthening the PCG's operational capacity, which is increasingly important to national maritime security. Several types of vessels have been identified as potential candidates for transfer. These include the Jacinto-class patrol boats, which have been in service since the 1990s, and the aging Malvar-class corvettes dating back to World War II. Several modern vessels with limited armaments are also being considered, especially if they are deemed no longer strategic to the Navy after newer vessels enter service. The Philippine Coast Guard is no longer simply a civilian maritime law enforcement agency. In recent years, the PCG has evolved into a key actor in maritime domain surveillance, humanitarian crisis management, and marine environmental protection. Activities such as patrols in the West Philippine Sea, preventing the capture of illegal fishing vessels, and interacting with foreigners have become part of its operational routine. Despite its strategic role, the PCG still faces significant limitations in terms of fleet size and diversity. Therefore, the acceptance of Navy vessels that are still operationally viable but no longer required for combat duty would significantly expand its reach and responsiveness to maritime threats and disasters. National Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. had previously pushed for an upgrade program for the Navy's aging vessels to bridge the gap until newer vessels arrive. However, with the arrival of a large influx of new platforms, this policy is now under reevaluation, and the focus will likely shift to the integration of new generation vessels. According to several sources, at least 3 to 4 different classes of vessels could be received by the Philippines through bilateral agreements, not including auxiliary or logistics vessels. The Abikuma class is the most prominent due to its capabilities in anti-submarine and surface warfare. There are also estimates of surplus vessels from Australia and the US, including Hamilton-class cutters and fleet patrol vessels. It is important to note that the transfer of vessels from the Navy to the PCG is not a form of downgrade. Rather, it represents a step toward optimizing the roles and responsibilities of each institution. The PCG can focus on law enforcement, rescue, and civil security, while the Navy concentrates on combat readiness and blue water strategy. This approach also demonstrates fiscal efficiency and maximizes the utilization of state assets. By giving a second life to aging vessels under the PCG flag, the Philippines not only saves on ship retirement costs, but also strengthens a rapidly evolving institution to address modern maritime security challenges. The final decision regarding the reallocation of ships rests with the defense strategy leaders, namely the Department of National Defense, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, AFP, General Headquarters, and the Naval High Command. The President, in his capacity as Commander-in-Chief, will also play a key role in approving or rejecting this plan as part of the national protection policy. If approved and implemented, this ship transfer strategy will be a significant step toward restructuring the nation's maritime forces. In the near future, the public may see Navy ships repainted in the PCG's distinctive white and blue colors, symbolizing the shift in the Philippines' maritime structure and operational paradigm. Conclusion: toward an integrated maritime force, this transformation is not simply about acquiring new ships, but about creating a more intelligent, adaptive, and integrated maritime force posture. By leveraging the synergy between the Navy and Coast Guard, along with the support of foreign partners, the Philippines is building a solid foundation for maritime protection and security that is responsive to regional dynamics and future challenges. Thank you for watching today's discussion. If you're interested in defense developments and military modernization in the Indo-Pacific region, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications. See you in the next video.